Hello and welcome to today's video. Yes, it has been about 3 months since my last video, and even though I wasn't really uploading consistently anyway, it has been a pretty big break. A bunch of stuff happened that I would rather not go into, but one of those things included moving house, which is why there is yet again a new setup, and stuff's being done to the house, so if you can hear things in the background, I do apologise. I'm also hoping to do quite a few more videos, especially because this time of year is my favourite, and I'm going back to uni soon, so I'm thinking of doing some university themed videos. So if you have any ideas or would like to see them, just let me know. But anyway, today's video is an autumn TBR, which is to be read, which basically means it's a bunch of books that I want to read over the next 3 months. I love reading, and I would say that there's always a book I have at the current moment in time. However, I am a really slow reader, so there's not going to be a massive list for this video, and it might actually be quite short. I've said to myself to read at least 2 books a month, and although it might not seem like a lot, I am going to be really busy going back to university and probably won't have a lot of time to read as I do now. I would say that all the books are quite different, and I'm going to start with the ones I am not too fond of / I'm not expecting much from, because I do own a lot of books. And with moving house, I've decided to reread my old books to decide which ones I want to keep, and this is one of those books. It is Untamed by PC and Kirsten Cast, and it is the 4th installment of the House of Night series. I have read this years and years ago, and it's quite a throwback for me to be rereading this series. Basically with this series, there are vampires known in the world, but they're not traditional vampires, and you get marked to show that you're a vampire. Then you go to a boarding school which is called the House of Night, and it basically follows Zoe Redbird, who is marked and has to move to this school. She deals with personal problems like family and moving to a new school, but also with discovering the fact that she has powers that no ordinary students have. Some of the writing in this is pretty cringy, but that's because I read it when I was like in middle school, so it was more based for my age then. But it's really nice to go back and have the nostalgia of reading a book that really meant a lot to me when I was younger. So I'm just going to reread this. I will probably keep it until I finish the series, but yeah, that's one of the books I want to read. The next book is Just One Look by Harlan Coben. This is actually a really small book, and it probably won't take me that long to read it if I dedicate the time. I genuinely can't remember where I got this from. I want to say it was either from a charity shop or the works. I don't know anything about it apart from what's in the blurb. What I can gather is there's this woman and her husband isn't always cracked up to be, and all of a sudden he goes missing. And the safe world she knows has been turned upside down. I want to read more random books that aren't in a series and aren't YA, because I'm 20 now, I should probably start reading grown-up books. The third book I plan to read is, I hope I pronounce this correctly, In Carceron by Catherine Fisher. Cover's pretty shiny, but I hope you can see it okay. Again, I don't know much apart from what's in the blurb, and I don't really want to quote it word for word. It seems as though there's going to be 2 main characters, one who's in a prison and a girl who is in like a high society manner. But something that is interesting, it says it's in the 17th century, but is run by computers. So hopefully it'll be quite steampunky, because I love that kind of thing. The next one is one that I have seen booktubers reading, and that is Snow Like Ashes. I did buy this in the summer, but I think reading it at this time of year is more appropriate because snow. I know there's a sequel to this because the reason I bought this was I saw the sequel in Waterstones and I was like, that looks pretty neat. I think it's called Ice and something, and my knowledge of it is all on the back cover. Again, it talks about magic and politics and a war, so I feel like it might be similar to the Throne of Glass series in that way, though I am going to be reading this blind, so I could be way off if you've already read it. The next 2 books are the final 2 books in a trilogy, and I am really excited to read these. The first one is The Ask and the Answer, and then Monsters of Men, both by Patrick Ness, and then those 2 along with The Knife of Never Letting Go complete the Chaos Walking trilogy. I have already started The Ask and the Answer, and I reread The Knife of Never Letting Go before it, and although I don't know much about the 2 books I'm going to read apart from that they follow on from the first book, The Knife of Never Letting Go is a book that I had never read anything like it before, so much so that I didn't even get a chapter in the first time I tried it, because I was like, what is this nonsense? Like, what's going on? So I put it down and came back to it, but I'm so glad that I did pick it up again, because it is a shockingly heartwarming and heart-crushing book. I really didn't expect the emotions that I would feel from it, and basically the world it's set in is New World, which is if current Earth has been destroyed for whatever reason, and humans are trying to find a new place to live. But on this planet there's a gem which creates noise, which is thoughts can be heard by everyone else around them. Basically, the story follows a boy called Todd and his dog Manchi. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, I don't really know. And then he meets a girl called Viola, who basically turns his world upside down. The first book is amazing, I 100% recommend it, and I'm super excited for what these next 2 books will bring. I might finish these books before autumn ends and read a couple others. If I do, I will put them in my winter reading thing, because I am planning to do seasonal ones from now on. If you're reading anything right now, let me know, or recommend me things to read. And also stay tuned for upcoming videos. My next one is going to be a clothing haul, and it should be right around the corner. And then I've also got the university videos that I have planned. So should be an exciting few weeks, bombarding you with more videos than I have ever done before. But I'm excited to really crack on with this YouTube thing. If you're excited for me too, or you just simply enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and leave a comment. And if you want to stick around, then hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in a future video. Bye!